Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta with Beezy Baby. I am sitting with Miss Christine Horne. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, it's so good to see you and
It's
meet
good to
you.
see. Well, you know, we've actually met before.
Yes.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, it was a little creepy of me,
It
not
wasn't
her.
creepy.
She was sitting at the bar at Longhorn, and you notice when they just brought the lamb chops back. So I was sliding through to get me a little lamb chop, and I looked over. I said, "Look at Christine!" I just remember her from the sex scene on BMF. We're gonna talk about it later, but I slid over, and you were so kind. She was on the phone,
Yeah.
but you know, you were still
Having a little glass of wine, taking it down for the night.
yes.
But I don't expect anybody to come up to me, especially in where I live. So it was nice. But now it's official. We're in your space. We're in your house.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about. So you said, you know, you were having a little drink in your neighborhood. So you actually live in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm bi-coastal. And Atlanta is home. I moved here in the 90s to go to Tri-Cities High School, the best performing arts high school in Atlanta. But yeah, and I've been in LA since 2017, and I just came back to Atlanta in November. Bought a house here. So now I split my time between here and LA.
So what makes Atlanta home besides the fact that you went to high school here? Like, what is it about Atlanta that you love that has you getting property on both sides of the country?
The people. There's just a beautiful electric energy here. The beautiful black people I get to see everywhere. The culture. There's always things to do. There's places to go, and it's just special. This was like my coming of age, where I came into myself. So it's just always a special place to me. There's no place like Atlanta.
So did you get your first break in acting here?
Yes, I absolutely did.
What was your first role?
Well, that's kind of tricky. I started in theater here. Freddie Hendricks was my mentor, and I started performing professionally in Little 5 Points at Seven Stages Theater at age 16. But I would say my first big break on screen that I didn't get cut out of was Stomp the Yard with Columbus Short. I was in a scene where he was trying to holler at Megan Good and come back, and we had a little scuffle in line. And so that was my first big blockbuster hit. And I got a taste of it, and I knew I wanted more. And then I actually booked The Lion King from an open call here at CAU.
And you're still performing with The Lion King, right?
No, I did it for 5 years. I did it on Broadway, both tours, Vegas. But now I'm only focused on film and TV. Lion King was amazing, great. I reached all my goals for that. And then I was like, I want to move to Hollywood. I want to do this movie and TV thing.
So talk about how you got into Snowfall. Like, how did you land that role?
Ooh, well, just like many other actresses, I auditioned self-tapes. And fun fact, I auditioned for Snowfall every season since it started.
Wow.
Yes, in season 1. And I'm like, dang, when am I going to book it? What's going on? Even season 4, when I did book Black Diamond, I read for a couple of roles before that. And fun fact for the audience, I actually read for Dallas first, and Dallas read for Black Diamond. When they got down to it, they had a swap. So shout out to Taylor Polidor, who's also in Atlanta now. And so, yeah, it was the right role, right time.
So explain how you auditioned for Snowfall the first time and nothing. And then the second time, nothing.
Many
and then
times.
the third time, nothing. So what did you have to tell yourself? And where did you dig from to encourage yourself to keep going after this when you kept getting no over and over and over again?
That's a great question. That's just the life of an actor. Rejection. You get more no's than yeses. And my whole thing is, if they're calling me back, they're calling me back for a reason. There's something that they like. There's something that they see. And I was like, they just saving me for something juicier. And I just have to tell myself, it's a little delusional sometimes, but that's what I have to do to keep going, because that's just what this industry is. It's not always about you. It could be, you're too tall, too short. You're not going to be a good mix with whoever is the star for that episode. There's so many things that are beyond your control. And because I've been in the industry, almost 30 years, I get that. And so I don't even take it personally. I dust my shoulders off. I know I'm doing good work. And so I just keep doing good work.
So when it comes to the roles that we probably know you for more recently, Snowfall, BMF, how hard was it to get into those characters?
I don't even like to say
Was it
hard.
second
It's
nature?
Fun. It's fun.
Okay.
Because it's all about creation, and I like to connect animals to my characters. So for BMF, Mabel is a snake. You don't know what she's gonna do. She's sneaky, and then she bites, coming for her bite, right? I also love to create characters through music. So like if it's the 80s, if it's the 90s, I go to YouTube and just play music from that era just to feel it. I think about, what does their hair look like? What does their clothes look like? How do they walk and talk? So for me, it's not hard. It's fun. And for me, acting is also very spiritual. I believe it's like I'm stepping into the energy of someone else, and I really want to honor that and tell their truth, even if people don't like the character technically, But that also means I'm doing a good job.
So, talk about what kind of character you had to step into for that sex scene with Charles. Because, I mean, baby, you stepped.
I had to say, look, I had to represent. If we're going to do it, we got to do it right. And shout out to our fabulous intimacy coordinator, Zuri Pryor Graves. She just really made the process so amazing. She works on P-Valley and other shows here. So everything is choreographed. Everything has a purpose. If I'm touching, Charles on the shoulder, why? What does that mean? If he's touching me, what does that mean? And that really helped us get more comfortable, But, you just kind of got to go to another place when they yell action and, you got to disrobe. It's like, all right, this is just going to be what's going to be,
What, at any time, did it feel like it could have been intimacy for real, or did it still feel awkward? I always think, like, when you see people on TV that are relationing, sometimes that relations be looking real, you know?
And that means we've done a good job. And again, that goes to, especially these days with intimacy coordinators, because everything is negotiated. We still got pieces of clothing on. You can't see it. It's real minuscule, but it's there. Thong, what do you call it? Strapless thongs, all kinds of things. It gets really interesting.
So his goods wasn't out of nothing.
No. There's all kinds of little sock straps.
Wait a minute, Charles.
Everything is so professional, and so then it takes another level of acting too, because you have all these things going on and it's choreographed. So the challenge then still is to really be in the moment, pretend like the cameras are not there, act like nobody's staring at your body, and just really try to connect, because at the end of the day, you want it to feel real. You want people to feel the intimacy and the connection. If it's supposed to be raw and rough, let's feel that. If it's supposed to be sexy and sensual, let's feel that. And so for me, it's like just block all that out, lock eyes with the other character, and just focus on that and act like no one else is there.
So what's the wildest feedback you've gotten from a fan as it relates to that scene with Charles?
I can't even say it because we'd have to bleep it out. My DMs are crazy. I get lots of comments on my bosom, some positive, some negative. These days my DMs, I get marriage proposals. I get,
That's how you know you did good. You did so good, they want to marry you.
But it's been a little of everything. What I have learned is the fans, they are very vocal and so invested in the show, which of course is what we want. We want these shows to stay on, so we need that. But I would just pick days when, if I was in the mood for social, I would scroll and kiki with the fans and comment. If I wasn't in the mood, I just wouldn't, because it can be a lot, your mental health, and because there's a lot of keyboard gangsters. People got a lot of stuff to say, so you got to protect yourself. But in general, I was like, y'all gonna miss Messy Mabel. Y'all gonna miss her. Like,
yeah. And you don't want to, jump across to the other side and have Black Diamond pull up.
Right.
So, let's keep this good,
yeah,
right?
I think the funniest thing was people not realizing I was the same person. Like, when Snowfall aired, there were all these memes, like, of revelation. Like, did y'all realize this is the same actress? And I'm like, y'all been watching me for years on Snowfall. They didn't even make the connection on BMF. So again, that means the transformation is real.
And you're doing good.
Yeah.
What's next for you? In a perfect world, if you could say, what we would be sitting down talking about this year, next year this time, what would that be?
I would love to celebrate a new psychological thriller with the little sci-fi elements that I'm in. I would love to come back and talk about my new show that I just completed in South Africa called Classified. It's going to be on Netflix Africa and here on Amazon Freevee. I'm one of the stars of that. Wow. Getting to play a spy, right? So going from homewrecker to homewrecker in a different way.
Right.
So just more quality work. I love film and TV. It just lights me up, and it's something that I've gotten really good at. So I just always say, thank you more, please. I'm just so grateful.
And you're also a coach, right?
I am, yeah.
So of all of these things that you do, the theater and the film and television series, big screen stuff and coaching, what do you think is the thing that you love the most?
I just love performing. I love using my gift, and I believe God gifted me with the talent to act, sing, dance, and to teach and to uplift and motivate. People say, Christine, you making money, you doing the thing, you don't got to do all that. I'm like, I don't have to do it. I want to do it. It feels like a calling. It feels like an assignment. I see lives and careers that get changed by me giving them some mentorship. I strive to be the coach I wish I had the first time I was in LA, struggling and confused, filled with talent, but no direction. So I created my Hollywood Bound Actors community to pour back into the community. And I host my conference, Booking Magnet Live, here in Atlanta, because Atlanta is special to me, and it's where I started. And I know that I would have loved for some big Hollywood actress to come and give me some tips for 2 days. And so that's what I'm doing.
So where'd you get the name from, Booking Magnet?
Well, I am the Booking Magnet. It's trademarked officially, so don't come for it. Well, I'm a student of law of attraction, and so I really studied that everything is energy. We can attract people, money, experiences to us. So I was like, wait, if I can attract that, I can attract bookings. I need bookings. Hell, I am a booking magnet. And I would just say it every day as a mantra. I am wealthy. I am whole. I am happy. I am beautiful. I am a booking magnet. Iyanla Vanzant once said that everything you say after I am is a prayer. And I really honored that. And so I was like, what? I'm going to speak life to myself because I have a choice. We can speak life or death of ourselves, positive or negative. So I chose that. And so I speak that to my students. I speak it to myself every day. And I train, I just train people to call me that.
Talk about a time throughout your career where you realized that, wow, this is happening because I'm an African-American woman.
The industry is interesting because it's sly. It's not so overt in that way. It'll just be like you audition for things. They'll say open ethnicity, or sometimes they'll say African American, and you see the job, and like that person is not. Ain't got there's nothing. You just went in a different direction, and it's hard because it's not in a way no one's gonna tell you we didn't book you because you were black. You just know it's just, sometimes the roles are few and far between, even for films. And so you just try to do the same. And what I don't fall into is putting black actresses against each other because people try to do that too. And so I believe in cultivating those relationships and not focusing on that. I remember years ago, I used to have a blog called Journey of a Tall Black Actress. And years later, I was like, I don't like the energy around that because I'm focusing on tall and black as if there's something negative when there's something positive. That's how I'm here. God made me this way. Right. So I'm going to embrace it. And if it's the right role for me, it's the right role for me, So I just focus on the positive of that because I can't change it. This chocolate ain't going nowhere.
Right, and neither is that height. I wish I could have some of it. I'm trying to stretch, get a little length every now and then. So you just attended the Emmys. How did that feel the first time?
It was amazing. Again, student of manifestation. I was like, well, I'm going to be here with the show I'm nominated for. So let me just see what it's like behind the scenes first. Let me get a feel for it, do some recon.
Right.
And so it was amazing. And it was the day Sheryl Lee Ralph won. It was just to be in the room where it happens, to feel the energy, the electricity. It was just really nice. It was just like placing a seed in my brain that I'm like, okay, I see you, and I'm gonna be down at that table next time.
Come on,
And I wasn't too proud to come as a guest. I wanted to just experience what that felt like.
So as we talk about awards, what did you think about Angela Bassett not getting the award and Jamie Lee Curtis receiving that award instead?
I think it's just another day in Hollywood. We know what it is, and I believe our community has given her flowers time and time again and will continue to. I think I've had to just understand, even as I've watched Angela Bassett growing up, as many other people, that they're not always going to get the public accolades, and that doesn't mean their talent is any less. The work and their impact is any less.
Right.
So, and that's important for me too, because I can't chase that.
Right.
Right. Christine, do good work. Do good work. Leave a legacy in that way.
Growing up, was there any African-American woman that you saw on television that made you feel like you too could have that dream manifest for you?
Oh, absolutely. Cicely Tyson, Diane Carroll, Alfre Woodard, Angela Bassett, There's so many. Those are the ones, though, I would curl it with my mom on a Friday night, and just watch good, as my mother would say, good movies on Friday and just study them. And I would just play those movies over and over again. Coming to America, I would watch that. I would memorize every line because I was a latchkey kid. My mom be at work, single mom, and I would just memorize the movie and I would say the parts and practice it. And I was like, one day that's going to be me, so I need to get good at this.
What's your favorite Coming to America line?
Oh, there's a line that I had messed up for years. It's when the sister goes into Akeem's house, like apartment, and finds it all fancy. And I thought she said, "What are you doing involved in?" So for years I was like, "What are you doing involved in?" And then I got older. She said, "What are you two involved in?"
I was about to say, what language was that you thought?
I don't know. But for years I was saying it wrong. Oh, gosh.
So now that's your favorite line because you can't lose it.
What are you doing, Boston? What? Child brain.
Is there anything that you're working on right now that we can get, outside of what you told us about, that we can get a little insight on that maybe is not public yet?
Nothing that I can announce right now other than I do have a new movie coming out called Fool's Paradise. Oh, my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, my gosh, I'm blanking on it. But it's called Fool's Paradise. It comes out May 12th. And I made it in the trailer. I was so excited. I told my publicist, Trey, I was like, I forgot I was even in this movie. But it's coming out, and I'm super excited about that. And other than that, I'm just prepping for my conference. Because it takes it's a big effort to do. And I just want to do the best possible job and make sure I pour back into the community in the best way.
And when's the conference?
July 21st and 22nd here in Atlanta at the Marriott at Emory.
Okay.
So it's a 2-day event. I invite some of my super friends, coaches, casting directors. It is game changing. And it's not a place for actors to just come cute with their stilettos and just try to impress a casting director. No, I want it to feel like a safe haven, an incubator, something that feels opulent and you feel safe to just be celebrated by your peers. It's the jolt, the shot of motivation you need to take you for another 6 months in this industry.
And how do they get more information on it?
You can visit bookingmagnetlive.com.
Is there anything else? What would you tell a young woman who wants to be an actress and doesn't know where to start?
Well, first I would say connect with my community at Hollywood Bound Actors on Instagram. We have a Facebook page and a podcast. And because I get this question all the time, I created a website called howtostartacting.com. Because people are like, my sister, my cousin, so can you help? I'm like, I'm tired of repeating the same thing. I want to help you, but I want to say it 50 times. So really, they can go to howtostartacting.com. I put together like a free 5-part video series that teaches you like at least the basics on how to get started.
Any mistakes you've made in your career that you would forewarn people that are maybe just getting into the industries, things to avoid?
The main thing to avoid is paying for an agent. And avoiding scams. Anyone who says you can pay to be with my agent, I'm going to help you find work, but you have to pay me this monthly fee, or you can only use my photographer, anything like that. Only agents and managers only get paid when you get paid. They're 10 to 20% based on if you're union or not. I think that's the biggest scam, especially for parents who are trying to encourage their kids and help them, because they just want the best for the kids. And so this modeling scout is coming, and it's going to be at the Omni or whatever it is, and it's the scam. And so I would say that's the biggest thing. You can start basic. You can start with a basic headshot you take at home, but you should get an acting class, a basic acting class, 101, to learn how to build character and create. But do not pay people ahead of time. It's a scam, scam. And I have been scammed before.
Oh,
so
no.
It's just, I'm from New York. It's like, it's just part of it. I got conned when I was 12 years old, the day after Christmas. I'll never forget it. Somebody stole my chains and stuff on the way to the grocery store.
Wow.
Pigeon drop was the con I was told back in the day.
See, I got scammed when I was younger, too. I had a guy came into a store I was working at, and he had chains, and he was selling these chains, and he said they're real. And I said, well, you got to prove it. He had this little block, and he used the block to chisel down the gold, and it came out as real. And then I bought it and went to the pawn shop, and it was fake. And I still don't know how he did it, but I chased him down the street, y'all. Yes, I think we've all gotten got at some point.
But it makes us who we are. Growing up in New York, I didn't move to Georgia till the 90s. So growing up in New York, and with a single mom, I was forced to be independent. And, taking the train by myself and all those things. So I love it. My brother and sister who grew up here, and Grady babies, like, they spoiled. Like, used to, always riding what we call the cheese bus to school. Like I had to walk.
In 12 feet of snow.
I had to take the bus when it was snowing. But I love it. It just my been through has made me who I am, and I love it. I wouldn't change a thing.
What would you say to 15-year-old you if she was listening right now?
Keep going. It's going to work out. You're beautiful. You might be the tallest girl in your class, but that's okay because men are going to think it's sexy later on. Your breasts are going to grow soon, girl.
And they're going to be
one
on
day
BMF.
they're going to be on TV. I was like, I want a bra. My mom was like, you don't need no bra yet. You don't got nothing for a bra yet.
She know you need a bra now, huh? I bet she wanted you to put that thing on. BMF came out.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, just keep going. I think, even in my house, I have pictures of my younger self around, just around the house of me as a child, to remember to play, to remember to, when life be life in, and it's a lot as an adult, to remember that this is supposed to be fun, and take a day, take a moment, tap out, and just let your inner child play, whatever that means.
So we're all, of course, everybody is going after something. Everybody is trying to obtain something. And it gets difficult sometimes, to stay the course and to continue to be positive and to be uplifting. And sometimes you just get down and you just feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you don't know if you have any shoulder left. What do you do in those moments? Oh,
I go within for sure. I journal, I meditate, I pray. Honestly, I go to YouTube. When I was in a tough time back in my first go round in LA, I'm really transparent about this in my book, Playing Small, but I would just be like, I have to do more than wait. I have to do more. So what can I do? And so I would just listen to like Les Brown, Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, Abraham, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, anybody who could help me motivate myself. And so I would do that too, because I know everything is temporary and this too shall pass. It's a moment. Right. But I also just allow myself to have the moment. I think I would be guilty of that too. Like, oh, just get it together, girl. Like, sometimes you just need to emote. You just need to sit in the feeling, honor it, own it, and, take a nap and try again tomorrow, know. But I'm also a big believer in therapy. I have my therapy sessions twice a month, and that really helps. The mental health is really huge, and especially for all of us, but especially in our industry, it's just a lot. We deal with so much rejection, and because it feels very personal. The no's can feel like it's a no to you as a human, as a soul, when it's really not. But it's hard not to internalize it when it's no every day. When it's no, could be no for years. So I'm always like, give yourself the yes. What can I do for me? How can I give myself this next opportunity? So that's what works for me.
The book, the conference, the TV shows, you've got a lot going on. Where can people find you at? Social media, website?
Yeah, actress Christine Horne, Horn. On Facebook, on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, actress Christine Horne. I think that's just the easiest thing to do.
Are you dancing over there?
No. No dancing, very little pointing. Took me forever to get on TikTok. I was like, I'm not about to be dancing and pointing.
Right.
But I found my own little niche in just giving tips. And like, I'm grown. I'm not going to be like all these other people. I'm just going to give actual tips on how to succeed in the industry. And that page has been growing. And so I love my community over there. But yeah, to stay connected, just connect with me on social, actress Christine Horne. I will be there.
And if you're interested in becoming an actress or actor, she has a conference coming up in July, so make sure you get with her and get details on how you can be a part of that.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. It's going to be so good.
All right. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me tonight. It's been dope spending this time with you.
Same here. Thank you. And congratulations to you. Can't wait to keep watching your journey unfold.
Ditto. Well, I ain't going to be on BMF with my titties out because my husband ain't going to like that. But maybe I put a little leg out or something, a little thigh. Thanks for chatting with me. Y'all follow Christine Horne everywhere. Actress Christine Horne. Back to the music. It's Majic.